Have you ever seen a better flick? Have you ever seen one better timed? Subbuteo, Game of the Day with Dave and Big
Hi
Chris.
guys, it's Dave from Game of the Day. Well, of course it's Game of the Day. You're watching the channel, you know that. And just a quick update for you guys. Unfortunately, El Plastico is going to happen, the game between Chubbins and Dynamo, probably next week. It was due to come out this week. We're due to play it this week, but unfortunately, is my significant other caught COVID-19, or COVID-52 or whatever on earth it is now. So on the game day planned, everyone's fine by the way, but she had to isolate, so he sort of agreed not to do it just to make sure everything's sort of ticking along. But what I will do is I'll give you some updates on what you can expect from the game. We are going to have some Sly Sports News-esque commentary and build up before the game. I'm going to chop some footage back from some of the old clips. I'll insert some of this as well for you. You can kind of see what we're doing. So have a look back at the previous seasons. We'll look back at this historic 2-season long rivalry. Or see if we can delve even further back from that. So it'll take a few days to prepare for that. So I'm excited for that. So it's going to be a real feature special, this. Trying to make it like Monday Night Football, essentially. So it's going to be a pretty long one. So hopefully it's going to be well worth it. A big extended game. So we've never done it before. We did a little bit. We tried it once with, like, say, the Subbuteo Collectors Cup. We did a little bit, but we're going to try and really go for this one. So hopefully it should be a really entertaining show. But what we have done is we're playing it after people have commented. We're going to play it at the Dynamo Arena. So looking at different setups, and we'll show you what we've got and we'll see what you think. So first of all, what we've got here is we've installed from Alistair Coulton has created me a set of goals. They're absolutely wonderful. I've tried to go for the non-league vibe. I believe it's the first time that he's ever done coloured goals, but you'd never guess, would you? They look absolutely brilliant. They've got screw pins there. They've also got pin tacks, but because I'm not screwing them directly into the board because I don't want to damage the cloth on top. So we've got a new pair of nets, which, as you can see at the moment, the WSA Subbuteo stand is looking pretty cool, with the Chubbins Ultras ready with their away following to the Dynamo Arena. And well, at the moment, Everton and Aston Villa are just playing out a friendly game there. That were some decals I've been working on. So the new nets are here, which is pretty cool. I've also managed to glue some more fans in, if you look here. Not many though, because unfortunately Dingus over here decided to put the roof on before installing all the fans, so it's made it a lot more difficult to get them all stuck in. However, the Game of the Day stand does look pretty cool still. I'm very happy with it. I might try and fit a few more in though, but the problem is, because the way I've put on the seats onto the plastic packers, lesson learned for me, is that they can be a little bit close together and it's difficult to get any fans in the back rows. But it is kind of taken with the non-league style, having a little bit more of an empty ground. You can still see the Game of the Day logo on the seats, so it still looks pretty cool. Now, I know this isn't a new one for some of you, but if we look here, we've got the Dynamo Arena, the pitch supplied by Gary Downs, the SA bases, I do believe it's from. I might have a hand in Subbuteo Asylum as well. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. So the Dynamo pitch is fully good, done, ready to go, with the prints in there. One thing I'm looking at though is potentially we could upgrade this at some point, not in time for the game though, and try and get a kind of rough sort of pitch that looks a little bit chewed up, like the retro pitch to supply. Now I'm going to try and see if he'll drop it in for me with the Game of the Day logos as it stands, which is quite cool. We'll see what you think to this, but we've got a few stands. I'll show you kind of now. I know I'm looking down a lot here. At the moment, I'm toying between a couple of ideas. See what you think for panoramas. See what you guys might think was best idea. At the moment, I've got the... can we tilt it down here? So we've got one part of the Dynamo stand here. If I turn it round, it's currently also behind the goal. I've split it into... Well, I had a row of 6 for the side, but I've split it. I could either put those together or I could split them down into 2. See what you think. But the idea was, if I put this in the middle here, until I upgrade to, I'm going to hopefully get some like mini soccer build stands, which would be lovely. But to start with, what you'll have for El Plastico is it gives you a director's box, it gives you a tunnel, it gives you 2 technical areas, but the only thing you might see is some stuff on the side here. So, could be good for filming angles. or we could fill it in, see what you guys think. Let's show you a couple of other options though. What we've got is another set, as we can see, of some of the old Dynamo figures, so see what you think about putting those in there. Or alternatively, personally, I'm not too big a fan of this next one. Pull it out anyway for you. I'm not a big fan for the reason I do believe I could have done a better job of it. And if you look here, it's got some instructions on it, which probably be a little bit distracting. So let me get rid of those. But we do have a Dynamo stand, or quite literally a Dynamo standing stand. So we could have the Dynamo standing stand there, the Chubbins standing terrace as well, and obviously the game of the day stand is there. So we could mix these up depending on what you guys think might be a good idea. Happy to take suggestions on that one. Right, so that's kind of the ideas there for the panorama. One thing that I am going to add though, so if you have a look, say at the game of the day stand here, and I might try and do it around the other one. But if you see here, we've got this little bit here, which is I'm going to try against now. I was thinking of putting something in there, make it, fall over my own feet here, make it look like a bit of an office, well, like a turnstile section. But what I've done, gone down to Hobbycraft, or any related model shop, unsponsored obviously, and gone and got a load of these craft sticks, or like sort of lollipop sticks. So I'm going to try and make it look like fencing. There was a photo, I'm going to drop it down on the overlay for you. There was a photo online of somebody that did it. I'm sure they won't mind me sharing it on this video. I think they shared it in Subbuteo Stadium community and the Subbuteo Live and Flicking Facebook group, but they did the panel of the fencing and it looked fantastic. If it's you, and because I can't remember the post, I just saved the screenshot because I think it looked fantastic. If it is you, do comment down below to get your kudos for it, because it's a very cool idea. So I'm going to try and put some fencing across as well. Maybe potentially the idea would be for this side, you can almost have it like just sort of stood there, get some standing fans in there, and maybe have like you say, the lollipop stick from there. Maybe put a couple of plastic packers in there as well to make a smaller terrace stand as well. I think that would be a really cool thing to set it off. But let me know what you guys think for that one as well. Now, last one. Onto the other option we've got to also choose on which kits that we do. Now, bear with us for this one because there's two choices. We've got the Colourfield kits, which we're going to use. The kindly painter from Colourfield, I commissioned him to do some work for us. He's done some fantastic kits. Go watch the previous video if you haven't. It shows you the detail is incredible. Names and everything on the sides. So they're going to make the debut. They're the same Subbuteo bases as well. There's no wibble wobbles against flats. So it's as fair as possible. But the one thing we're looking at is we've got one kit for Chubbins and two kits for Dynamo. So let me know if you think, because here we've got blue bases for all three teams. So from our angle, it's going to be easy enough to see what we're doing. But for you guys watching, let me know what you think. So this will be Chubbins against Dynamo with both home kits. As you can see there, they've got some blue on the Dynamo one, you see. Obviously, there's primarily blue, this one on the Chubbins one. But if I take the Dynamo home one away and put the Dynamo away kit in there, is that easier to see, or would you prefer the orange? Let us know what you think, and then we can get it set up. Apart from that, there's nothing else much to say really, except, like I was saying, do apologise. I know videos seem to take longer on the channel these days, but life is unfortunately does get in the way sometimes of these things, and we're trying to organise meets together. Used to live down the road from each other, and now we live in different. I live in a different city to him, so we live a lot further apart than we used to do. But the videos are coming, and hopefully this one will be a magical one with El Plastico. Lots of stuff to look forward to. Like I say, we're going to try and make it like Monday Night Football, so it'll be Sunday night 4 PM for you guys. And yeah, so we'll film it next week. And hopefully I'll get it out and I'll prioritise it as well. And I'll try and get it out for Sunday, which will be really, really cool. So let us know what you think. Hopefully you're quite excited about the setup. Any suggestions for the setup to make it a little bit better, or what you do prefer? Like at the moment, we've got the Gary Downs cloth down as an example, but I've also got is underneath here, as you can see, another cloth from there. But there's also underneath here, I'll just show you this way. There's more. There's the Astra. There's the Subbuteo oil, two Astro pictures in there, one clear, and one of them that I painted with mud. So you can have a look at that in season 1 videos. It's featured quite heavily on there. So I can always change out that from the cloth. But it depends, see what you guys think. So open to suggestions. Thanks for being patient with us. And we shall see you next weekend for a proper El Plastico of all El Plasticos. Thanks, guys. See you later.